So today we need to talk about Social Security, and I want to provide a quick little warning to all Social Security recipients. What we learned this morning is we had a new CPI report. This CPI report now showed what our new inflation rate is. And in just 1 week, we're going to see the Federal Reserve come out and likely cut interest rates. But when this happens, what is going to go on for Social Security recipients? What are we going to see from the Social Security Administration? What is going to happen with inflation? Well, I'm going to break all that down in today's video, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So here's what we know as of today. First off, the U.S. inflation, it reaches a 3-year low as the Federal Reserve is preparing to cut interest rates in just 1 week. Now, we haven't seen our inflation rate this low since 2021. But I want to talk about this. I want to explain what is going on. Just look at this right here. You can see right here. This is the Consumer Price Index summary from this morning. This is the exact one. Now it says, the Consumer Price Index August 2024. The Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers, CPI-U, increased 0.2% on a seasonally adjusted basis, the same increase as in July. It says the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today, over the last 12 months, the all items index increased 2.5% before seasonally adjusted. So, inflation is now at 2.5%. That's pretty good, right? That's really good. But here's the reason why it's a problem. Because retirees will get a smaller Social Security raise in 2025. According to this article from the Wall Street Journal, that's okay. What we know is that retirees are going to receive about a $50 increase next year in 2025. You will see a bump of about $50 per month to your benefits. Now, some people are going to say it's not enough. $50 is not enough, especially when bread is doubled in price, eggs doubled in price. Okay, the majority of food has doubled in price. Well, let's just go back and look at this though. I want to show you this. Okay, this is the actual chart. You can see the 12-month unadjusted over here. So all items increased by 2.5%. Food increased by 2.1%. Okay, this is the last 12 months. You look at something like energy. Energy's right here went down 4%. That's not bad. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Well, then you go down to things like medical care services. Down here, 3.2%. You look at transportation service because many elderly can't drive. That's up 7.9%. Look at shelter, up 5.2%. You look at services less energy is 4.9%. Down 10.4%. You got used cars and trucks, but how many people are buying used cars and trucks? Not a lot, right? Then you look over here at energy services, right here, 3.1% up. So again, the things that the elderly are buying, the things that people on Social Security are buying, in many cases are going up, not down. But as they're going up, we're seeing the CPI report inflation come down. The concern there is it's only July, August, September. Those are the 3 months that matter as far as the CPI report, because when it comes to the Social Security cost of living adjustment, it is the third quarter that matters, those 3 months. So we just saw, or we've seen what July is, we've seen now what August is. Now we just need to wait for September. Okay? That's the concern. So in a month, we're going to get the September reading. That's going to dictate where we see the Social Security cost of living adjustment. The expectation right now is between 2.5 and 2.6%, which again, as of today is great. 2.5, 2.6%. That means we're in line with inflation. But the concern is that what happens when the Fed decides to cut rates? Because again, that is what's going to happen. The Fed is preparing to do that next week. Now, some people were saying that we're likely going to see the Federal Reserve come out and cut rates by 50 basis points, 100 basis points. It might be slow. It might be 25 basis points to start, and then we will slowly get into it from there. Now, here's the concern though. The concern is as the Fed decides to start cutting rates, we're going to see people go and buy homes. We're going to see people go and buy cars. We're going to see people go and open up credit lines on credit cards. We're going to see this. And when this happens, here's the concern. When let's say they go and buy a home, that means somebody else is selling the home. Now, chances are they're going to be able to sell the home and make a lot of money from it because, well, when did they buy it? Well, if they make a lot of money and then they can go and take that money and buy a car, pay for a vacation, pay for a bunch of food, buy new clothes, get a new watch, right? And all these great things, it's going to cause additional upward pressure on inflation. So, the expectation is that, yes, inflation is going to go down leading into the election, leading into the end of 2024. But the expectation is, especially after the holiday shopping season, we're likely to see inflation go up. And some say, yeah, we could go down close to 2%, but it will likely go up over 3% in 2025. So I give you this warning so you understand that, yes, inflation is going down. That's the good news. Again, we're not seeing deflation. It's not, prices aren't getting cheaper. We're just seeing that the price increases are slowing down. So again, that's a positive sign. But the negative sign is what happens in the future. Now, the one thing I can tell you is that we have been hearing a lot of reports from people. People have been writing in as well, emailing, commenting, how they're frustrated that they go to the grocery store and prices for milk just through the roof. Eggs, again, through the roof. You want meat, you want fresh fruits and vegetables. Sorry, it's very expensive. Prices keep going up. But what do? You have to eat. You have to consume something, right? And so that's where people are really frustrated is they are paying a lot more for energy costs. They're paying a lot more for medications. They're paying a lot more for their housing. They're paying a lot more for the food that they consume. Again, prices aren't going down. It's just we're seeing the increases are slowing. That is it. Now, I wish I had better news for you guys, but I just wanted to give you this warning. I know I've given the warning before, but many people were expecting and hoping that that wasn't going to be the case. The thing is, this is what's going to happen. You will likely see one of the smallest increases you've seen for Social Security in the past 4 or 5 years. That's what's coming. So just be aware of what is coming. Be prepared. If you can, put some money aside and save, because again, I think 2025 will be another tough year. Might not be as rough and as tough going as 2024, but the expectation is that, yes, it will be a tough year for millions and millions of people. So, as we get more information on that, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.